Rightio. Back into moving this lathe, and I'm having an anxiety attack already. That's why it's been so long. I just haven't been able to face it. But if you've seen my other videos, you'll see I machined that WeMac tool the other day, and before I get this out, and before I do anything else, I'm going to cut that into 6 equal pieces. So I might just stick it, like cut it in half, drill it, countersink the end, and then part it off for the feet. That's going under the 6 places on that new lathe where you bolt it down. Well, I'm not going to bolt the bastard down, I'm just going to put some feet on it if I can get this bag open. Righto. I've got the bag open, now it's going to fall off. They're the bolts I'm going to use, so it sits flat on the floor, and bolt them through. Well, I've got to leave enough, so I've got to be enough so I can get that bolt through and bolt it to the bottom of the lathe. So, and I've got nuts, the washers I should say. This is exceedingly hard with only one hand. And just normal black bolts. They're all high tensile, so the rationale behind that is, if I bolt the feet on, when I get the lathe in here, I'm going to wheel it in through here, wheel it down here out of the road, get rid of that crap, clean up this from the other day, and get this one out, and then lift the end up, unbolt the feet, the wheels on one end. Yeah, because I'm going to pick up the heavy end first, so that way it won't tip over. Unbolt the wheels, bolt the feet on the bottom, then lower it down, pick up the light end and do the same, and lower it all to the ground, and then I've got room underneath to bar it back, because as it sits now I wouldn't be able to bar it back into position. So yeah, so, and then I've got to get it in place and then work out what's wrong, what I've broken inside where the foot pedal is, where you stop the machine. So I can either bypass that switch, or well, bypass it initially and then order a new one. So let me get set up. I'll measure this out and work out my lengths. I may actually cut them in the saw first. I think that might be easier than trying to part them, because parting off in this machine is actually a pain in the rear end. So if I do them individually, that'll be much, much easier. And the saw cuts will be good enough, I shouldn't really even have to face them. I still might take a nick off, but... And then work out what I'm going to countersink it with. I do have a countersink, but I don't know if it's big enough. Unless I use... Where is it? I do have a countersink tool here. It's only a single cutter. This is what happens when you don't clean up. There it is. So actually I don't even think that's the right angle. It's 45 degrees. I don't know what the taper is on those. Let me work it out, eh? I can't remember for the life of me. But that doesn't stop me from moving this to get the right angle, and then just, I can clamp it in here and just plunge it in. So here we go. It might not do too well in that because of the chatter in this bloody thing, so just let me sort some shit out and I'll bring you back. got these cut, and I'm going to put you in a slightly better position in a minute. I started cutting them 40 because that was the even number, but then I realised if I did that I wouldn't be able to hold it to cut the last one. So I decided to knock them back to 35. So I've got two 40s, three 35s and one 50. So I've got to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through and drill all the holes through them first. And then I'm going to machine them all the same thickness. So I'll be able to set my zero on my table down the front here, face them off, and then I'll use that to countersink it. And I've hooked up my coolant, put it back on, just jury rigged it. At the moment there's no hose underneath, it just drips straight down into the coolant tank, but that's fine, that's all I need it to do. So yeah, so I can drill it because it's going to be, that's 4142, so you know I don't want it to try and force too much to it dry, or use all of my bloody WD-40. Just give me a second until I get some gear sorted and I'll bring you back. Sliding down just a little bit. Right, I've been off cursing and swearing. Let me widen you up. The reason why this is not working, you'll see, cheap shit, and it's cracked. So I've just got a piece of steel that I'm going to put across there, so when I tighten it, it'll give it a little bit more tightness than what it's got. I might just have to, well, hang on, let me see if that'll fit in there. It will, yeah, that'll fit. Just let me put this back together and I'll bring you back, stay tuned. Okay, now after much cursing and swearing and carrying on, I've got it sorted, and it's locking now without even having to put this bloody thing on top, but I should, because that'll stop it from doing more damage to it. That's better than what it's worked for a long time. So let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what the hell I'm doing. Let's start drilling some holes, eh? Alright, I'll finish drilling these, and when I come back to machine them I'll bring you back to have a sticky beat. Stay tuned. Okay, all drilled. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and do a clean up on the end. The thinnest of these is, well, 3 of them, that should be 35 mil. Now, it doesn't matter whether the height's 35, 33, 31, whatever, as long as they're all the same height. So, and what I was thinking while I was drilling these out, when I countersink these, I think what I'm going to do is stick the bolts in and then weld them in place. So that way when I get the lathe in here and I can level it up, if I need to, I can make some shims to fit between the base and there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to start facing these off now. Let's see, that should be fast enough still. And as I said, it's only just going to be a clean up on all of them, and then I'll turn them around and get them down to one of the thin ones down to size, and then I'll bring them all down to the same size. Like the thinnest one down to clean up, and then do them all the same. You know what? Since I've got me coolant here, I'm going to part that off. I'm going to try it anyway, see if I can do it without snapping something. Before I do the rest of it, so I'm going to turn this one around. Now that I've faced that end. Where's that little tiny bit that's hanging? There it is. Where's my rule? There it is. Yeah, so that one's about 35, so I'm going to part this off at about 38. Yeah, about there will do. Now, slow him down, get my coolant back. Just, sorry if I'm just trying to get the coolant back into play. I don't know if that's... It is carbide. Let's go a little quicker. Turn the coils on. What sort of view have you got? Oh, a decent one. A little bit faster. Yeah. No, maybe not. There we go. We got through that without destroying anything, which is a bonus. sort that one out shortly. Put one of the little baby ones in. Come on, get in there. Oh, hot, hot. Same height, so that's good. Right, now I've got that done, I shall take this one out. Put this one in and see how we go. And of course we're going to slow him down considerably. Let's see how we go on that. Oh, might be too slow. Let me try a 200. See that? Yep. Where's my bolt? There it is. Oh, it's got heaps to go yet. All right. I don't think that drill's big enough. Let's just start drilling now. It's not. Well, wouldn't that rip the crush out of your 90? And that's the biggest drill I have. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do them all the same, a little bit deeper than that. And then I'm going to put these in and just skim a bit off the outside of them so they fit in. It's not quite the right angle either. Let me see. You know what? I'm going to drill that a little bit deeper and just keep checking it, because I suspect, well, you can see, let me mark it. You can see where it's rubbing. See the mark there? So we haven't got the right angle. That is the right angle, but I've got no way of holding it. So let me have a look at something. Take that one out. Better, much better, but the problem is getting it deep enough. Let me slow it down a bit more. I'm not going to get that deep enough, but what I'm going to do is I'll go a little bit deeper and I can machine a bit off the outside. Let's see how we go, eh? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm liking that. That's as deep as I'm going to be able to go. I think what I'm going to have to do is machine. Gosh, it makes it hard when you don't have the gear, doesn't it? You know, I keep saying it, you can only piss with the dick that you've got. So, I'm just going to have to piss with what dick I've got. So let's just try it. Let's see. I need to go deeper. That needs to go in deeper. What I might do is drill them all with that drill bit until it gets down, you know, till I get it so it's below the surface, and then I'll dress it with that one. what I've done is I've locked the bed down. You can't see what I'm pointing at. Other way, dickhead. I've locked this down so I can push this up against here, and then I've got on the scale on the side of it, then I can go down, make sure they're the same depth on every one of them. Alright, now we've got that done. Let's see if I can get this bastard out. And the other one back in. Where did I put it? There it is. Yeah, I know. Rough as guts. But it is what it is. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to lock this into place. Hear the coolant draining back into the tank. Lock this up. So it won't lock up properly. Right. Now let's see how we go. And lock that, I suppose. Oh, that. Now I can't get it out. Come on, Edge, come. I might try and take that just a bee's doodle more, and that'll be perfect. Oh, look at that. I'm excited. Well, not really, but I'm pretty happy. So I'll get the rest of those done. You won't need to be around to watch that. That's lovely. I'll finish these off and then I'll bring you back. All right, all done. I've got them done and I chamfered the edges. Chamfered the back of the hole, and where is it? There it is. They all fit flush or just a bit below, which is fine. So, you know, what I might do now, well not now, but maybe when I put them on, is I might put a weld and just face those off nice and flat. So either that or just leave them as they are. Leave well enough alone. So that's all 6. It's all 6 done. Took a little bit longer than I thought, but I'd rather take longer and do these and do it right. You know, make sure they fit properly. Because I don't want to worry about things breaking off or giving me grief when I try and bar it across the floor, because it is heavy. That's why I've got high tensile socket cap screws, so I'll pull them up nice and tight, just like a German girl I used to know, Schneiser type. Yeah, anyway, I'll be back out tomorrow. What's the time now? Midday. Yeah, I might come back out tomorrow morning and do the feet because it's getting pretty bloody hot. I've got the aircon and the fans going out here, but they're still warming up a little bit. But come back tomorrow and make those feet, they won't take much at all. So I'm hoping tomorrow afternoon sometime I'll have the lathe in here. Maybe not in situ, but it'll be in here. So the wife can use the carport again. So stay tuned until the next video. See you then. Peace. Hang on, I said next video. I'll see you tomorrow. Not next video, I'll be on this video. Anyway, peace. Righto, Sunday morning. Well, not so early, but we've been at it a little while. I didn't video much because my son doesn't want to be in it, so he was out here helping me get the wheels off. I've got the feet bolted on those corners, you can't see them. That end I've just got them resting on it, on the feet, and it's pretty stable now. So what I'm going to do is I've got these two pieces cut. The wheel on the front here is going to stick out just past here, and the other side, as you can see, I'm going to bolt it right at the end, so that wheel will be sort of just past the edge there. Now what I'm going to do, once I've got it in there and bolted on, I'm going to cut some braces. Some braces, and weld it on top and have it butt up against the side of the thing there, so the doesn't want to fold up when we're moving it, because this end is quite hard to move. That end moves really easy, this end's all the heavy end, so it's quite hard to move, so that's going to be a bit of a worry. But it'll be plenty wide enough. So now I'm just going to centre pop these. I've got my step drills, so I'm going to drill it first for the wheels, and then the bolts. Where are they? I haven't marked this. Oh, there it is, the centre there. There's the bolts that are going to bolt underneath the lathe. So yeah, that's where we're up to. That's just extra, and I've still got another half a length out there out the front, but that's fine. I ordered a full length, so once I'm done I'll have plenty of leftover stuff. Now I'll be able to use that for Dion's shredder. So let me get back into it, and I'll bring you back when I've got something done. Alright, got them both done. I just clamped them together. Didn't use the step drill. Step drills are no good for plate, they're only good for sheet metal. Clamped together, drilled a pilot, and then drilled these holes. So where they're sitting is how they're going to bolt on. This wheel's going to be sticking out the back end there, and this one's going to be just out the side. So what I'm going to do now is bolt the wheels on, and then try and lift it up and bolt this underneath. Once I get the wheels bolted on, I'll bring you back. Righto, I haven't taken much video of moving this up because, like I said, I had my son helping, and he doesn't want to be in my videos, so that's fair enough. But we've got it in. I've got to get that engine lifter out of here. We use that one and mine. That's what we use to lift it up. Use the big one, that's a little bit bigger than mine. Well, it's the same capacity, but it's a bit larger. When we lift it up, we use that one on this end and put mine on the lighter end. And put the wheels on it. I don't know if I took video of the wheels, but there they are down there. Hang on, let me zoom in for you. So that's the wheels. These cameras don't really adjust well. I have to get my big fat paws through it so I can reach the zoom button. Yeah, and what we did was we dragged it down the driveway very carefully and very, very slowly with my ute. And we wheeled it across, and because the wheel's only just spread across the grass bits, I used that electric winch, and actually it took probably half an hour to get it up with the winch. It took an hour and a half to get it down the bottom with the car. So I'm going to try and finish the video off out here today. I'm going to, or tomorrow. But as you can see, because I've just thrown shit everywhere, I cannot believe the mess this place is in. So starting here, I'm going to clean up. I've still got to get everything out of the ute. I've still got me DRO. It's got to go on here. I've got to take that off, that door. Sort out that cupboard. Let me turn this on. And there we go. Everything works. So I haven't damaged anything. So that's in high range. 553 RPM. It'll go down, that's 230, but if I wanted to stop it, and then turn it over. Look at that, that's nice and slow. 45 RPM. And the other thing is I've got to get rid of this too, because pain in the arse. I mean, they're not totally, it's not totally bad, but I guess when I'm drilling or whatever, it'll stop the coolant flinging out onto the ground. I've just got to make something that sits here. I didn't get any oil yet. I'm going to do that Monday because I'm not going to really do much. That is okay, didn't leak out of there. But this one, I think goes in through the back. This one goes in through here. And there's the thing. So, you know, I'm just going to go on and buy some, just some cheap grade engine oil. Something thin, some, you know, like a litre. It's not going to take much. Some 0W30 or something like that, which will be fine. So, you know, put that and then hit the jog button. Everything works. So nothing's broken, thankfully. But you can see where it's pulled out here and see the back. But it has not affected anything in here. Well, it's just a sort of, you can see where it's pushed it forward a little bit. But everything works. Even that, I thought I'd broken the limit switch in that. It works. The only thing with this lathe is that's not a brake, it just turns off the motor. I had to get the next model or second model up from this to get one with a foot pedal with a brake. And then I was looking at $14,000–15,000 just for the lathe on its own, so it doesn't matter. At least with the old one I had to reach across here to turn the blasted off if there was a problem, you know, like this one, you've got the E-stop. I've got that and that. So, haven't tried reverse. Oh, hang on, I know why. I just have to reset. Okay, doesn't want to go in any directions. What have I done? Righto, well, we have to fiddle with that because I don't know what I've done. Reset. Okay, there's obviously something you've got to do. Let me get the instructions and we'll come back. Okay, I figured it out. I just pushed that a couple of times. So I think there might be just, I might have to take the end off, but it's fine now. But it doesn't really need a brake because when you go forward, as soon as you take it off, that stops pretty quick. Same in reverse. So that stops pretty quick, so you don't really need a brake. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm going to start cleaning up and I'll bring you back every now and then. I'm going to turn the air conditioner on because it's hot out here and the fans to move some air about. start cleaning this dog fight. Look at it. It's going to take a while, so stay tuned. That's on, that's working. Geez, that's going to make life so much easier for me. Alright, I've got this sorted out. I've taken the door off. I've got my tooling sorted out. There's a couple more down on that bench, but I'll get to that. Got to sort of take those out there off the other lathe. Sort this out. I've sorted the bottom. All my mics on the left. The tooling, that'll go when I sell the little lathe. And my other tooling. Put my mat on, brought my tool holders in. So I'm going to set my tools up on that shortly. I've sorted all these. I put my drill head on that came with it. And I brought these extras. So that's for me collets, for the end mills. Because these are Morse taper 3. The other one was called an NT3, which is different. So I put that on there. Oh, that's hot. I had to heat the cutter up because it wouldn't fit. I heated up and that. The only thing I can't use now is I might even buy another one. Is this little one? Because that came with the other one, but that's all one piece tool. That came with the other one. That won't fit in that. So I'll have to buy myself a little one, which I'm going to do. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to give it a rest now because I'll start to melt down and I don't want to start throwing things everywhere, so I'm going to leave it for now, and I should be able to finish cleaning this up tomorrow quite easily. All this area is clean. I'm going to look and see if I can buy a cupboard to put in there for all my lathe stuff, because the other lathe had cupboards under it, but I've got a toolbox. No, that's the mill. Oh, the other toolbox for the lathe is down there. No, that's for the lathe. So that's got my gear in it. And I've got a faceplate and 4 jaw chuck and stuff that I want to put in there. So I'm going to look for another cupboard for there. Be something cheap on Marketplace, there always is. Yeah, so positive steps. Monday I will come out here and I will get started. I'll have this all sorted. I'll start on these and I'll do, like I said in the last video, I'll put that in the 3 jaw and then use the DRO and just touch the tool on it. And put the centre in it and just touch it and see which ones, and a write on what's got to come off what. So we should be able to do. Oh, and I've got to take that travelling steady off. I don't need that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy now that things have started to move forward. I got out of my funk, but my son said if I ever get another lathe, he's leaving. These 2 machines were a friggin' nightmare, you got no idea. But that's because what happens when you get some idiot that doesn't consider, you know, let's get some bigger, much heavier machinery. How the hell am I going to get it in here? Didn't even think of that. So, but it's in. I've got my little feet bolted on. So there's 6 of those. I know you're supposed to bolt them to the floor, but that's not going to go anywhere for what I'm doing in it. Same with that, but I am going to level them up. So the lathe's not quite level, but it's not wonky. And same with this, it's not quite level, but it's not wonky either. So it will be a bit of a pain to try and level it fully. But it's not out by much. It's out by about 0.4 of a degree, I think, overall in both directions. Same with the lathe. I think it's out by 0.02 or 0.2 of a degree, I should say, one way, and 0.5 or something crossways. So it's leaning this way a little bit. But I'm super stoked that I broke nothing except for, you know, cosmetic. But yeah, someone's going to walk in, not even going to notice that. So could have been far worse, people. But anyway, I'll do some more tomorrow when I've finished out here. Looking forward to actually being able to get out of here and do some work. Stay tuned. Alright, I didn't video any of it, but you've seen the before shots. This is after. Got everything sorted. I'm going to make a cupboard. I'm going to buy some more material and make a cupboard to put there. Could put all that stuff in. That's for the lathe and the mill. Tidied that up. Pulled that out there. I'm going to sell that. I've never used it. Look, you can walk. Look at the bench. You can see it. And that stupid radio, I hate it. So there we go. Ready to start tomorrow. I'm going to start. I've just got to duck into town in the morning and get some oil to fill that up and that up, which is easy. And then we're going to do some work. We're going to start sorting this out. But everything works. I tested it yesterday. I just got to work out about changing the speeds because it's belt. So I'm going to take these off and probably put an over centre latch on it so I can open it and change the speeds better. And I'll get spanner and put a spanner on those nuts. So all I do is loosen it, pull it forward, change the speed and tighten it. So I've moved the head back so it's roughly in the centre. So yeah, everything ready to go. Pretty keen. Finally. A little bit still to sort out, but like I said, that'll go. I'm going to put that on Marketplace now. That'll probably go very quick. I'll put 200 on it. It's pneumatic. It's never been used. So there we go. Anyway, of course, just as soon as I go to sign off, my son starts the lawnmower. Hang on. Righto. Hang on. You can probably hear me still. I'm just going to go and edit this now. I don't know how good it's going to be. Probably shit, but next one will be decent because I'll be doing some work. Finally. Yeah, I can take this out, put one of these in, or that one probably, to trim this up, but I'm going to put it in the lathe, hold it there, put the centre in it, and then just touch the tool post on there and see what I get. Work out which one's lowest. Yeah, anyway, thanks for hanging around. I know it's been long, drawn out. This video covers quite a few days, but you get that sometimes. So until next time, as always, stay safe. Peace.